We are Georgia and David. In March of 2022, we quit our jobs to travel the world full-time. We are currently exploring Mexico, and our goal is to visit 100 Pueblos Mágicos.
So we're currently making the drive from Huamantla to Cuetzalan, which is about 2.5 hours, and we've decided to make a little pit stop.
So we stopped in the town of Apulco, and they have a waterfall here, which is Cascada de la Olla.
I saw online, it looks like it isn't quite as treacherous a trek as some of the other waterfalls we've been to. It looks like they have a nice overlook, and you don't actually have, or you can't actually go all the way down to the bottom because of the design of the waterfall. So we're gonna go check it out.
So entrance into this Cascada was only 50 pesos per person.
And this is maybe the easiest waterfall to access in all of Mexico. It was a pretty flat little hike out, and it took us like 4 or 5 minutes. So definitely recommend stopping by because it's very beautiful and very unique.
As you can see, this is an eco park with lots of activities, but we're gonna get back on the road. So we made it safely to our hotel, we got unpacked, and our first stop was to get something to eat.
We decided to eat at a local restaurant that is famous for cooking everything like the old-fashioned way. All the tortillas are made by hand over a wood fire stove. The tortillas were some of the best I think we've ever had. I got the pipián de pollo, which was absolutely delicious. David got the pancita de res, which is basically a soup. Apparently it's filled with a bunch of like offcuts. So it had liver, it had intestines, it had tripe.
All the good stuff.
So David thought it was okay. I don't think it was his favorite thing, but overall we definitely enjoyed the experience, and it was a great price. Our next stop is going to be going in the church behind us.
The Casa de Cultura houses a small museum that showcases Cuetzalan's local art as well as its history and customs. The museum is free, so it's definitely worth a stop if you're in town. Across the street is a small artesanía market featuring local crafts and food items. At this point, we were both hot and ready for a drink, so we stopped by Bebidas El Coyote to try some of the local torritos, which are different than the ones we had in Veracruz. These sweet-flavored licores are mixed with evaporated milk and served over ice. We finished the evening with dinner at Villa de los Vientos, restaurant with a view. Our amazing Airbnb host in Orizaba just happened to have a cousin, Antonio, who lives in Cuetzalan. He spent the evening with us, showing us some of the best spots in town. Today we drove about 20 minutes to the little town of Yoalichan to visit their archaeological zone.
It can be a little difficult to find. Google Maps wanted us to turn down this little gravel road, and then it wanted to go straight up a hill down a walking path, but eventually we got here. We asked in town because there doesn't seem to be a proper entrance to the archaeological zone, and he said that we had to walk down by the side of the church to get to the ticket office, so we just parked on the side of the street. So we're gonna go check it out.
So it's 75 pesos per person to get in here, and Yoalichan means house of the night.
You might actually think, though, if you come here, that it means house of the chickens, because I have never seen an archaeological site with so many chickens wandering around. This was actually built by the Totonakas, and it started being built in about 200 AD, and then it kind of petered out somewhere around 800 AD.
This is definitely one of the smaller archaeological sites that we visited. It's definitely worth it, but it only took about 15 minutes to get through it.
Yeah, very cool, unique looking structures. I do recommend that you bring your bug spray though. I generally skip it even though I wear dresses. I will get a bite or two, but here I was being absolutely eaten alive, so do bring some DEET. Today, we went on a little bit of an adventure. After we went to the archaeological site, we decided we would drive to the Las Brisas waterfall. However, Google had no idea where it was, so we ended up trying to turn around in this lady's driveway, and she ran out of her house, and she's like, La Cascada, La Cascada. I was like, see? And she said she was gonna get in the car, and she was gonna show us the way there. And we were like, no, that's okay, and then she just got in the car. So she directed us to her friend's parking lot,
which cost 60 pesos to park. And then when she walked us down here, which is quite a ways down, and I'm not looking forward to the way back up, but it was 50 pesos for us both to get in here.
Yeah, I'm not sure of her charge at this point. Anytime I've tried to bring it up, she just keeps talking. So we'll see how this goes. There was like 0% chance we were going to find this on our own, though, because Google is completely clueless. It is a series of waterfalls, so you can climb up and see all the different levels. But I think that we're going to call it at the bottom here, because that's obviously where it is the prettiest. Well, we couldn't resist coming to just one more waterfall.
And this one was only 20 pesos per person to get into.
Yeah, and it's basically all along the same trail. It's just closer to the entrance, like where we parked our car. Apparently each of the waterfalls has its own little person taking a small entry fee, so just make sure you bring a lot of small bills with you when you come.
At the end of the hike, we were all tired and thirsty, so we bought ourselves a couple of waters and our new friend a Coke. We drove her back to her house, and she still hadn't asked for any money, so we handed her 500 pesos for her help. She seemed thrilled, and we felt like the experience was definitely worth it. So at the archaeological zone in two Cascadas, we decided we deserved a drink and some food.
So we went back to the hotel, dropped off our Jeep, and walked into the center of town. This restaurant was fantastic. We both got cocktails. Mine was like a fermented tamarind drink that had mezcal.
And mine was a mezcal drink. I don't remember exactly what all was in it, though.
Really good. So good, in fact. We got 2 more cocktails for dessert. We also started with their queso fundido. They had it with the local cecina. Super delicious. And then I got what was really interesting. It was a mole and then banana bread topped with chicken. And the mole was sweet, but it was also very spicy. It was one of those building heats where after like 6 bites, you just taste hot.
But the sweet spicy thing was really, really good.
It was really good. And then David got the burger, which the burger was good. Okay. It was solid.
It was interesting.
The queso fundido and my plate were super fantastic. Overall, pretty fair price, and it has a really good atmosphere with excellent service, so I definitely recommend it. I think our next stop is going to be their other big church that's here in town, so we're going to check it out.
Every weekend, a charro show, which is similar to a rodeo, is put on at this hotel. Unfortunately, we were there during the week and didn't get to see it, but we heard it's very impressive and a lot of fun. The owner, Antonio's brother, was nice enough to give us a small demonstration of his skills.
So we had room 15 here at the Posada Cuetzalan, and if you come down this little walkway past our room, you can see they have a really cute little pool area and some very beautiful landscaping. And then around this little corner here, there is a beautiful little courtyard. And then down this hall here is another courtyard with plenty of seating. The great thing is this is right in the center of town and it's walkable to everything. Over here they have a little restaurant with an outdoor patio as well. They serve breakfast every morning. So this was our room for the past 2 nights. You can see here we have a bit of closet space. Then here there was a little area for me to do my makeup. We had 2 beds, and then a little bathroom with shower. Very simple. It was okay because there's no air conditioning and this place is very humid. The room did stay very damp. If you can splurge, I would recommend this hotel instead.
First, I want to say a special thank you to Antonio for being our unofficial guide in Cuetzalan. Now for the cost breakdown. That hotel cost us $142 for 2 nights. We spent $15 on transportation, parking fees, and tolls. We spent $49 on entertainment, just $9 on bars and alcohol, $144 on restaurants, and just $9 on groceries, which was a few bottles of water. That grand total, $368, or just $184 per day. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them down below. If you haven't already, check out last week's video where we explore the Pueblo Mágico of Huamantla.